Who put £5 on yesterday. £5 stake, 10 winners came up. He also had Manchester United to beat Chelsea today as part of that bet. Villa to beat Liverpool here today would win him £183,000, which would cover the Wembley expenses, wouldn't it? Doubtless he's a Manchester United fan. 1-0, Robbie Fowler's goal separating the teams here. Let's rejoin Andy Gray and Martin Tyler.
Thank you very much, Richard. Robbie Fowler still a few days short of his 21st birthday. And already a major figure in the English game. And he's only enhanced his overall reputation, not just for the goal, but for his general contribution, as George Graham pointed out. But Liverpool certainly didn't have things their own way as the first half drew to a close. Football fans all over the Midlands will feel that that part of the country hasn't been well served in the FA Cup in the post-war years. Think of a win for Nottingham Forest back in the 50s. Coventry in 1987. Aston Villa trying to pick up where they left off. Staunton. Now right. York. And it hit Ruddock. Could have gone anywhere. Mark Wright is hurt. Redknapp's not aware of that. McAteer is though.
That was another block on the edge of the box. This time Mark Wright coming off second best, but it was an important block nonetheless. Milosevic has a ball dropped to him. Well, he's just pulling the trigger from the edge of the box, as you would expect. That's a great block from a defender. You can't ask for more than that from your centre-backs at the edge of the box than that.
Full partners. An interested spectator. Past experience of playing in that Liverpool back three. So he prefers to operate on the left. It's the player on the right, named right, just flexing the muscles, but happily not as serious as that semi-final injury 10 years ago, which ruled him out of the Mexico World Cup when he was a Southampton player. Draper. He's certainly prepared to take on the Liverpool midfield. And Liverpool come back.
Well, they've picked it up from the end of the first half, Martin. Aston Villa. Credit to them. Picked up the pace of the game immediately.
Back from behind by Scales on York. Free kick to Villa. Guards come up. But Liverpool pulls everyone back into their own penalty area. The re-spotting from Staunton. He only finds the head of Ruddock, which wasn't in the Villa plans. McManaman. Fowler looking to get in behind Staunton here. He's done that. Collymore keeping pace, coming from the left. And it deflected off Gary Charles to save Villa's bacon there. Quick breakout that Aston Villa have got to guard against as they go seeking an equaliser at the other end. Townsend, the man of the match at Wembley in the Coca-Cola Cup final, and they have the same sort of influence. Now Ruddock's hurt. Going to limp back into position. Taylor, good turn. At the moment, John Scales is the only one of the Liverpool back trio who's actually in full working order.
Well, York and Ruddock are both down. There's no Ruddock had a swipe at Dwight York as the ball was played up to him. made more contact with Dwight York, I think, than he did with the ball.
There is a feeling after that defeat at Forest that maybe Liverpool are even more focused on the FA Cup. The place in the Championship stakes is now slightly more as outsiders, although when you look at the importance of their games, if they were to beat Newcastle on Wednesday, that would change again. But Roy Evans, in time-honoured fashion, will be taking one test at a time. He's been through so much in the FA Cup with Liverpool. He's been at Wembley every time they've won the trophy, 5 successes starting in 1965. But they're by no means secure of a date in May against Manchester United now, the way Villa are approaching their task of trying to recapture the ground lost to Robbie Fowler early in the semi-final.
Well, Ian Taylor's taken up more and more advanced positions at the beginning of this second half. But he's obviously the one that Brian Little was told to get forward, to make runs in behind if he can.
And David James not waiting for that to come into his penalty area. Oh, and it's Fowler. And Ekyog and Staunton getting in each other's way, and Staunton making absolutely sure it got back to Bosnich via a header. That's clever thinking. McManaman. Nothing given. Aston Villa have got Tommy Johnson on the bench, but he actually hasn't played since he came off early against Ipswich with a hamstring injury. Fowler. Well, he got beyond McGrath and will be wondering now why he didn't take it on.
Well, that's 2 in a minute. Robbie Fowler's through. I'm surprised at this one, Mark, because once he gets ahead of McGrath here, I thought he'd be a little bit more composed. Really, that's not a shot that we often see from Robbie Fowler when he's in a goal-scoring position. He does the first part and gets across the defender, so he knows that Paul McGrath can't tackle him. But the shot certainly isn't what we're used to seeing.
Collingwood looking for Fowler again. Staunton is there with the header back. Still the early minutes of the second half, and there's still plenty of hope for Aston Villa, but they will want to keep better tabs on Fowler than they've done in the last couple of minutes.
I think they're still right bang in this match. I think if they can keep it tight at the back, keep the 3 centre-backs, keeping Fowler and Collymore tight, then I think they're sure enough so far that they might just create 1 or 2 chances. It's then up to them whether they can take them.
Goal kick.
Well, you mentioned Tommy Johnson, Martin, and I think that although he hasn't played an awful lot of football in recent months, I think it's something that Brian Little will certainly be considering. I think as we get to the hour mark, just over it, and if the scoreline remains the same or worse for Villa, then I think that Tommy Johnson might well be introduced.
Right. Draper getting ahead of the ball. Johnson, who's certainly played his part in Villa's progress this season, but got injured personally a bad time, and for a good time. Scales, there was not much space between him and the goalkeeper in the end. Didn't want to risk embarrassing James. But Villa pressing. Liverpool at the moment withstanding. A throw from Charles. Townsend with a quick cross. A bit too quick for those in the middle for Aston Villa. Ekyog with a long leg. Now Staunton. Nicely back to him by York. Fowler again, assuming responsibilities in midfield when Liverpool need him.
Can't believe how much work he's done back towards his own goal.
What about the pass across to Rob Jones? McManaman. There's Jones taking it on again. And there is Fowler coming into the centre, having really been the architect of that attack.
Well, if his strike partner has shown as much ambition, Matt, to get in the box as Robbie Fowler did then they might be going 2-0 up. You remember Fowler was the first pass played, the cross-field one, and look at the drive and determination of him to get in a goal-scoring position. And you look here, Collingwood's nowhere in sight.
Oh, it came off Charles, and sometimes the defender can do the job for the attacker. The flick on, in the end, there was no one there from Liverpool to capitalise on it. It fizzed beyond the full leap of Gary Charles. And from McAteer, and Charles is the defender in question again.
Well, Roy Evans will be pleased. The first time he's probably had to look to his right in this second half.
Take it down. It was a bouncing ball for Bosnich to kick away. Barnes got his head to it. Fowler puts it back in. Milosevic. That's a good touch from Scales. Liverpool really needed it. Dwight York lurking dangerously. He knows it was close. Scales was sure-footed.
Yeah, he's won 1 or 2, Milosevic. Long balls, he's been quite comfortable. That's the advantage of the extra centre-back.
And still, for all the drive in midfield, for a better share of possession, more control, Aston Villa haven't scored against Liverpool. Didn't do that in either of the recent league games. And they're in great need of changing that in this FA Cup semi-final.
I think in all fairness to them, they've looked more likely to create and score a goal in this match than any of the previous two.
Draper beavering away. Staunton. Liverpool know about his left foot.
Well, he's rifled one in here. He and I were sitting where we are. We're not far away from that kind of area. And a 1-1 draw against Manchester United not so long ago into the top corner. But that bears little resemblance to that strike.
Yes, that was the year that Villa and Manchester United were in the same sort of engaging race that Liverpool and Manchester United and Newcastle are in this season. I think it's fair to say that there are some at Anfield who feel that Steve Staunton was sold prematurely. There's been speculation in the recent past that possibly they would have liked to have had him back. Collymore beating McGrath. Taylor, though, gets it forward for Villa. There's that air of calm about Mark Wright who attracted Terry Venables to bring him back into the England setup. There was a time in his career when he was perhaps a risk player who's so confident of his ability on the ball that sometimes that led to overconfidence and sloppy mistakes. Draper. Determination from Echo. Villa not short of that. York. Charles. Townsend's there if he wants some close help. It goes instead to Alan Wright. Draper's picked up a good position. Appeals for handball by the Liverpool players, and Milosevic at the far post. And David James has kept it out.
Well, that is a magnificent, magnificent save. From point-blank range.
From Echo.
Not only once, I think it spills. But Villa get in great positions here. Draper and Echo get up in the attack, and both stay there. And as it drops to Echo, just watch the reactions of David James. There, as it goes away from him, just the right arm comes out and gets hold of it. Wonderful reactions.
McAteer. Redknapp. McManaman. Is he quicker than Staunton? Not quick enough. Draper. More fretting for Liverpool defensively. more gratitude to their big goalkeeper. They still have the lead. They've had it since the 16th minute. But it was never more fragile than when EQUALISER tried to pull the trigger.
But they're winning more 50-50 balls, more drops, more second balls have been picked up by claret and blue shots at the moment.
Right, Staunton. Good movement by Milosevic to go into that hole to get the ball to feet. They can ease it on to Gary Charles. Milosevic!
Well, more and more claret and blue shots are charging forward into the penalty area. Both Taylor and Draper there. And Liverpool do not look comfortable at all. That's a comfortable save, but this wasn't. This was a moment when Hugo Equal thought that he'd brought Aston Villa level. As it drops down there, the reactions of James, it spills there. The right arm comes out. And with a little bit of help from his friends, he smothers it.
Scales. This could be a long last half an hour for Liverpool. They can't get the ball to Fowler and Collymore. Villa are dictating the shape of the second half. Now Collymore's got it. McManaman. He's got Collymore to the right, Fowler to the left. McManaman. Jones is there. McManaman dwelt. McManaman again. Collymore.
Well, he's not had one of his best days, Stan. He's been pretty poor today. Hasn't been involved an awful lot in the match. Peripheral figure, really. But he's £8.5 million worth of striking talent. He can explode at any minute.
Well, the FA Cup legend in many respects, but certainly in the FA Cup. He's still waiting for the call. Collymore's header. Staunton with enough depth to his defending to stop Fowler being free. Milosevic. Finding it very hard in midfield at the moment to Barnes and Redknapp.
Finding it hard all over, Martin. He's second to everything at the moment.
It's Townsend's ball for Alan Wright to try and drive it across. It was the right idea.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself more than anything. It's a great sweeping ball from Townsend. Looks up, that's a great area. And it's there to be delivered, it's there to be hit first time. It bounces up lovely for Alan Wright. Just kind of slashes at it a little bit. And I think that's a fair reflection in the way Villa have come out in the second half and really taken the game to Liverpool.
If they're not aware already, should Villa draw level in the 90 minutes, then we would have extra time here. Jones, Fowler. Milosevic. 4 against 1 out for Liverpool.
What Liverpool haven't been able to do second half, Martin, and again it breaks down. Just do what they did first half and put 3, 4, 5, 6 passes together. And I think that's a lot to do with the way that Villa have tightened, have pressed them, have really tested their ability to pass and keep the ball under pressure.
Fowler. Great tackle by Draper. He's doing as much as anyone for Aston Villa at this critical stage. Charles. Townsend is there if he wants him, which he does. Ian Taylor's gone on to make a third striker. The crowd just stumbling on the ball. York working the right-hand side, leaving Taylor in the middle. With Draper and with Milosevic, here's Draper. Temporary relief for Liverpool from Jones's clearance. It's all Aston Villa. And now Ruddock. Some polite inquiries, shall we say, from Aston Villa. As Dwight York was decked, or hit the deck, shall we say. Whether he was decked is down to the referee.
It's a lovely ball. That's where you'd want the striker to go. Hard to see from there. They certainly made contact with each other. You can see Wright's trying to get across the back. There's a bit of push and shove in both parts, I think.
Fowler. So different from that glorious spell that Liverpool had recently at Anfield. 3 goals in the first 8 minutes. Rampant. Aston Villa not at full strength then. They're doing themselves justice here in the semi-final, except in one respect. They haven't scored. And now they're worried about McManaman. And that's, of course, another trump card that Liverpool might be able to play here. The individual ability of players like McManaman to turn the emphasis back Liverpool's way.
I think it's Liverpool who are the team that have got it again at the moment. Protect what they have.
Taylor. Redknapp to put up a foot there. Must have made contact with the ball. They wanted a free kick for dangerous play. It wasn't forthcoming. Ketir, they've been one of those forceful runs down the right-hand side that were a feature of the first 20 minutes of this game. Charles. Echion. McGrath. Not that Liverpool are playing a containing game here, that's not their way, really. Just can't get on the ball and put their passes together. Barnes has dispossessed Draper, and that takes a bit of doing in the current context of the game. But it's a Villa ball.
Trouble for Brian Little regarding Tommy Johnson is his team are playing so well and doing so much, and I think he's loath to change it at the moment. He desperately wants a goal, but he's loath to change it when his side are enjoying such dominance, really.
And Ian Taylor, not perhaps as prolific a player as Johnson, did score spectacularly at Wembley last week against Leeds. He certainly played his part in this game, in this Villa performance. He was the man in the penalty incident in the first half. Barnes, looking for his leadership at the moment, Liverpool. Like a former captain. McManaman, he's closed down quickly by Taylor.
The control's not there at the moment from the team in the lead. A little bit ragged, they're a little bit rattled.
Manchester United watching with great interest. They've done their job today. 2-1 winners over Chelsea, having been a goal behind. Aston Villa haven't found the comeback route yet. For all their endeavour. Barnes. Jones. And McManaman. Onto the feet of Redknapp. But the hustle and bustle is there from Villa, and it just seemed a matter of time before Liverpool's attempted attack would peter out. York, that's nicely done. Right. That's a bit over-ambitious. There was a shorter pass for Taylor, but he spurned to try and provide the killer pass for Milosevic.
Hitting.
Scales. And the ball caught under his feet there.
Just giving it back. That's certainly not where I've got at the moment, because that ball's just going to come straight back towards him.
Ketir can only put it out.
That's what Liverpool need. They need a few throw-ins up the other end. They need a few corners up the other end just to give the defenders a chance to get a breather, because it's been non-stop defending for them for the majority of this half.
There was